The herb categories are generally divided into 27 main categories, and this is based on their predominant function, whatever the main thing that they do is. However, all these different herbs have anywhere between 1 and 7 different things that they do, but number one is its category. Right? So we're going to walk through a bunch of different examples of different categories and give some common herbs that you will know and be aware of that are less esoteric. One of them is the release exterior, spicy cool, or spicy warm. What are we treating? Going back to what we talked about before. Here's your test. When we release the exterior, what kind of conditions are we treating? The exterior is the surface of our body. So the skin, but what specifically? What's the problem? We're releasing the external pathogenic factors. Remember when we talked about the 6 evils, the weathers that attack our bodies? They attack our skin first, right? And they lodge in the skin. So what we do is we use spicy herbs that release the exterior, which means that they induce sweating. When you induce sweating, you open up the pores and you push the pathogens out. Okay? So depending on the nature of the cold, which we talked about before, whether it's a wind cold or wind heat, the wind cold type, you'll have the chills and you have the headache and clear nasal discharge, whereas the wind heat, you'll have the big sore throat, like green nasal discharge that isn't a lie. You'll be maybe coughing up yellow phlegm. Yeah. So depending on which one you have, you'll use either spicy cool or spicy warm. If it's a wind heat, you'll use spicy cool. If it's a wind cold, you use spicy warm. Pretty basic, right? You use the opposite. Examples of it is mint. We call this bo he in Chinese medicine. And mint is used because it's spicy cool. As an aside, mint also relieves liver qi stagnation, so it's a good herb for stress. Another one is cinnamon twig, which is gui zhi. Cinnamon twig is it's on the warm side, and so it's used for wind colds. It has other functions as well, like it increases circulation, warms and increases circulation, which is really important. It increases the heart flow, the flow of the heart, and its ability to pump blood throughout the body. So people who have pain due to cold, this is a great herb for them. And then another one that's really well known is Ephedra, or ma huang in Chinese medicine. Ephedra was used in a lot of diet pills. Are you guys aware of this? Yeah, it was used some years ago. It was in diet pills. It was unregulated, and what happened was there was a football player who was training in very hot weather, and ma huang, being a spicy, warm release exterior, induces sweating. So on top of working out as much as he did, it increased his metabolism, which is why it's used for weight loss. But on top of that, he sweated so much on top of being out in the sun and exercising intensely that he sweated too much and he died. So what did the US do? They banned it. But that's the problem. When people use these herbs in ways that they're not intended to and they're not trained to safely use them, you can have problems with it.
So what would Ephedra now be used for?
It's usually used for nasal decongestion. It's like pseudoephedra. Yeah, it's a derivative of it. But it's still used in Chinese medicine. You just have to be able to get it.
Can you? I mean, is it?
Depends who you ask. Yeah.
And sir, what did you say the mint?
Bo he.
What was it good for?
Also for stress, liver qi stagnation. Yeah.